Angel, how are you today? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Well, we're getting back into our Gunloper tonight. We're going to be getting back in. We're on day 15. We just got back to the Pleasant Valley Farmstead, and we're going to be going to Mystery Lake tonight. That intro was pretty awesome. Was a part of long. Yes, it was a long dark trailer. It was back when they were first coming out with Wintermute Part 3, I believe. Which my memory's really bad. End of honest, my memory's pretty bad, but I think it was for when they were coming out with the Chapter 3. That was one of the trailers they put out, and I loved that one. I loved Astrid narrating the whole thing. It was just like really good. I just took to it, and so I've been using that for several years as kind of just an intro into getting into the long dark. So, but anyway, we're back on Gunloper. If you want to, actually, you know what? I should put that up in the description. Oops. Put that in the description as well. There we go. Update that. And that way, you can go, anybody who wants, you can always go, and I just put a little description in there. This is a custom interloper run. We just turned on rifles and revolvers. We're not allowed to use any bows or arrows, and we're trying to live in 200 days and visit every region in the zone, or every region in the game. So that's sort of our long-term goal with this character. And we're doing pretty good so far. Feels like the anti-Atheenon run. Not really. I mean, you know, we're doing our stuff and things. Alright, so I got some cured rabbit, cured deer hide. Got a piece of metal on me. I got a little bit of stuff to make gunpowder with. Actually, you know, I think what I'll do, because my first run is going to be over to, my first run to a milling machine is going to be the one in Blackrock. So we're gonna leave our gunpowder materials here. And then when we come back, they'll be all ready to go. We already read that book, and that book, and that book. We aren't going to bother reading that one because we just don't care. We're going to get Cooking 5 on our own. Let's see, what else do we have here? We got a piece of metal on us. That's good. We have a rifle. We have an extra rifle here, too. Where's that extra rifle at? There's the extra rifle. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to take that one, unload that one, drop that one there. I wish you could mount them on the wall still. I wish there was a mount here for it on the wall. Oh, that's kind of cool. I guess we could move those books and just take it like that. If it would lay out there. You lost your 500 plus day. Oh no! Got jumped by a string of wolves. Oh, that'll do it to the best of us. That does it to the best of us there. There we go. There we go. Now we have that just sitting there waiting for us. Now this book here we're actually not going to read until we get like to level 4 as far as hunting goes. Because as far as rifle goes, because that book you can actually read between level 4 and 5. The other books you're not allowed. Once you reach level 4, those little 4-hour gun books you aren't allowed to read any longer. So we're gonna leave the advanced guns. It's like boats. Is there a rifle rack over the chimney fireplace? No, there is not. Good thinking, though. Good thinking. Yeah, there's no gun mounting place here, so we'll just put it there. We'll leave it there. It's getting late. I think we'll head out to the barn for tonight. Let's see what kind of fuel we have on us. All right, we got a little bit of everything. I'm gonna leave the reclaimed wood here. I want to take that deer hide with me. We got everything else we want on us, right? Right? Right, alright, let's go. Rifle in the kitchen. It's the American way. We all have rifles in our kitchens. No, we don't. The farmhouse does deserve a rifle rack. It does. I think we should mount a bring back the farmhouse rifle rack campaign. My guess is we're gonna find a pry bar up at the radio control hut would be my guess. I guess carrying around an unloaded rifle is probably not the best move. So the trick with this run, especially for us, is that we are not going to be able to repair our rifles or our revolvers until we get to the milling machines in either Bleak Inlet or Broken Rail, or Bleak Inlet or Black Rock Mountain. So that's going to make it kind of interesting. Actually, you know what? We might have enough energy just to make our way all the way up to, the radio hut up here. Let's give it a shot. We'll probably be pretty tired going in, but I think that's probably the best thing to do. I recently watched your run-throughs of story mode for the first time. Really cool to see. Yeah, you know, I had a lot of fun with story mode. It's kind of, you know, I'll probably play through Chapter 5, but I'm probably not going to revisit the other chapters, Ariel. They're sort of a one and done for me. But I did enjoy them. I did. I restarted and couldn't find matches fast enough in Ash Canyon twice in a row. Oh no! Well, the Ash Canyon matches, Lauren, are definitely, they're always in the Angler's Den. The Angler's Den is pretty much the place you can always find matches at. You don't know anything about this game? Oh my goodness, Di. Oh my goodness, I'm just gonna call you Squirrels because I like that so much better. So Squirrels, what games do you usually watch that I play? What have you seen that I've played otherwise? Because this is one of the main ones that I play. This is the best, in my opinion, this is the best survival game in existence, bar none. I have never played a survival game, and I played a lot of them. I played a lot of them, but I've never played a survival game as good as this one. I came here because my friend left me to come here. Oh, shoot! Well, welcome, Squirrels, and Blackman PL. What? Oh, gosh. I gotta type it out. There we go. Go give Blackman PL a follow, boys and girls. This doesn't look like Ash Canyon. Well, we started in Ash Canyon. We started in Ash Canyon. You have a good one too, Blackman PL. Thank you for bringing over your viewers, and I appreciate the raid as always, my friend. All right, well, we're just gonna be walking anyway, so we don't care. We're just gonna be walking up here anyhow. But so basically in this game, Squirrels, there's all these different maps. When you start the game, it drops you into one of the maps. Do I have a second keyboard? I have 3 keyboards. Oh my god, seriously? I have 3 keyboards, Ephedrine. I have one for my one for the gameplay. I've got one for my monitor that I watch the stream on, and I got one for chat as well as OBS. So I got 3 keyboards set up here. Got 3 keyboards and 3 computers going all at the same time. Oh, thanks to your friend Smelly Fries. Oh, it's all Smelly Fries' fault. I see. So basically, the game drops you into one map when you start, and there's 4 different difficulty levels. And depending on what difficulty level you're playing on, you can get dropped into different maps. When you get to Interloper, there's only a select group of maps that you can be spawned in, and when you spawn, you have very rudimentary stuff on you, and as the difficulties get harder, you get less stuff, less good stuff. Technically, you're playing Crash, but it drops you into one of the zones with very little gear. You have to forage and try to survive. Usually, the first 10 days is the toughest because you have so little stuff. But you gotta forage and survive those first 10 days. get your gear kind of gathered together, and then you just start exploring the world. Finding better gear, hunting animals, making weapons, making clothing, discovering new locations, and the world, as it stands right now, has more square kilometers than, say, Skyrim. It makes Skyrim look small. And there's no fast travel in this game. The only way to travel in this game, the only way to travel is by doing what we're doing right now, walking. You can only walk. There's no getting around with cars, no fast travel or anything like that. So, yeah, last I started to make it to the hut, and it's too dark to find matches. Oh no! Oh, that sucks. Yes. Anyone else? I'm hoping for a fresh Halloween. I don't think we're gonna get one though. I think we're gonna get a revamp of 4 Days of Night. I think 4 Days of Night. So that's gonna be about it. With 3 computers, power drain, surprise police ain't making raids for looking for weed farms. Hey now. Yeah, I don't usually have to pay for. Well, I also live in an upstairs apartment, as well. So that helps house because I get all the ambient heat from below me coming right up into my apartment. Now I'm hoping there's a pry bar over here under the tower. There's probably not, knowing my luck. Nope, no pry bar. There's sometimes a pry bar sitting right on the snow here, but not with our luck. Well, it's legal here, but you can only have a small amount. You can have plants enough for personal use, black man. You can have plants enough for personal use, but, you know, what exactly constitutes personal use? That is the question. Rifle cartridge. Nice. But yes, weed has been legal in Oregon for a while. Yeah, you can have. I don't know. I mean, I don't smoke weed, so I don't know. But you could have a certain number of personal use plants here in Oregon. And I love how it's legal here, but the illegal grows are everywhere. They're so. I mean, they just busted a huge illegal grow. Gosh, less than a month ago. Thousands of plants. Thousands of plants. Ooh, there's some more ammo. And some more ammo. Nice. This place usually has some ammo, and then there's coffee in here, a little bit of food. Another sewing kit there. Here in Germany, weed is illegal and plants are super illegal. A friend has a plant, but he's a gardener, so he can legally have one for research. Research. Oh yeah, I bet he's researching up a storm, ain't he? All right, so we can holster that. Let's repair these. Let's repair those if we can. Oh crap. Here in Ontario, Canada, we can have 4 plants. Oh, okay. Yes, I'm in Oregon. Oh wow, and I left my other stuff behind. Well, I think what I'm gonna do then, I'm gonna swap these out for those. Even though they're a little colder, I'm gonna destroy those and get 2 leather from them. Oh shoot, I should drop my, I have a fresh deer hide, I should drop that too. Alright, let's eat a little bit of food here. We got a nice little can of peaches we'll eat. I'm not gonna eat the whole thing because I want to get a little bit, so I'm gonna leave a little bitty bite right there. There we go. Got a little bit to do still. How's our health? Oh, health is perfect. Let's see if we can, Okay, we didn't get food poisoning. When your health is full and you're ready to sleep and you have teas or medicine or whatever, I always just down the bad sardines and bad food at that point, because worst case scenario, you get food poisoning, then you take your medicine, sleep for 10 hours, and you're perfectly fine when you wake up again. There's no downside to it, so. All right.
Need some first aid soon.
Oh, I know you have a sprained ankle and you have pain and boo freaking who. And Callie, you can have 6 plants. You can grow more if you get a special business permit. Yeah, well there are actual like legal grows that do like they grow for commercial production in Oregon, but honestly I think a lot of those get abused too. Last year alone, the Oregon State Police, I believe, last year alone estimated there was over $1 billion of marijuana that left the state illegally and went elsewhere. Where it went, who knows? I'm sure somebody else in another state's enjoying it right now. It just poof disappeared. Solely because Life is Strange is set there. I played Life is Strange back in the day. That was a fun little game. The follow-ups weren't that great, but the game itself was a lot of fun. The first one was a lot of fun. That is a fictional city, by the way. Now there is some cities referenced in it that are not fictional, but it is a fictional city. Let's try to repair these boots up one more time, if we can. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, great. So now there's a storm coming up. But yeah, I love Life is Strange. Yeah, Life is Strange. The OG video game is a masterpiece. Before the Storm was... See, the thing is that when you make a prequel, like Before the Storm, where you know where the game's headed. You know what's going to happen. You know what it's leading up to. And I've told people before, if you want to ever play Life is Strange and you've never played it before, play Before the Storm and then play Life is Strange. Because I think you'll get a better flow out of it. You'll get a better, you'll get more enjoyment out of it that way. On Life is Strange, is it a way to take out the cursing? I don't believe so, no. But Before the Storm... Before the Storm was very much just a Telltale game. I mean, there was no... That's the thing, is the thing that made Life is Strange kind of unique is the whole ability that she had to rewind time. Her superpower was what made that game kind of cool. But it was really a good game otherwise. It didn't have that extra oomph to it. We're going to Mystery Lake. We'll also hit the Ravine. We're gonna hit Mystery Lake and the Ravine. Maybe go on to Forlorn Muskeg, but I want to explore all of Mystery Lake first. I want to explore all of the mysteries of the lake. But that's the thing, is that Life is Strange had that little extra twist to it, which Before the Storm really didn't have. And they tried to, with Life is Strange 2, they tried to sort of recapture lightning in a bottle. And unfortunately, you really can't do it yet. You can't do it. Have they fixed Aurora Wolves? No. Aurora Wolves are still as broken as they have been for a while. Well, Little Blind Mouse, we started our Gunloper on Saturday. Chloe's superpower and Before the Storm. Arguing! Yes, that was pretty much it. So this cave here, the Hilltop Cave, always has this box of crackers here. And sometimes a book. It has a book this time, which is great. Okay, perfect. Nice, has a book. That's lovely. What's this back here? Oh! We'll read that book for sure. Nice. Yeah, Before the Storm just didn't dry. It just didn't have the same punch that Life is Strange did. So what's the lore of this game? So the lore of this game is set out in the story mode. An old girlfriend of yours, Astrid, comes to a remote place in Canada where you are working as a bush pilot. And your name is Will McKinsey. And she needs you to, she needs to charter a flight for some unknown reason and she has this case that is unknown why this case is so important, but you agree to the chart of the flight for her. During that flight, a huge aurora breaks out, fries all the electronics in your airplane, and your airplane crashes. And it crashes on what's known as Great Bear Island. And Great Bear Island is a very remote location. This is a map of Great Bear Island here. And your plane crashes in Mountain Town. And then you are on a journey to figure out what's going on. You meet some other characters. There's no NPCs in the survival mode, but in the story mode, there's NPCs that you meet that sort of give you clues as to what's going on and give you cryptic messages and their own experiences with the apocalypse. And you're trying to find Astrid. You play as Will for the first couple chapters. You play as Astrid for the next chapter. You play as Will for the fourth chapter. This is not the story mode. No, this is just pure survival. The game originally in 2014, when they did the Kickstarter, it was billed as a survival story. They then released the maps of the survival, maps of it. They first with Mystery Lake and later with others. They released maps that people could play on, try out, and kind of like give them feedback on. And the game took on a life of its own. The survival mode became what everybody wanted to play. The story mode was kind of like, okay, we hope you have a story mode, but give us more survival stuff. Give us more maps. Give us more things we can do. Give us more dangerous animals. Give us more cold temperatures. Because when they started this game, it was just billed as a survival mode story. A story survival. And it just morphed into its own thing, which is great. I mean, I really give Raph and Hinterland props on like letting the game become what it's become, because the game today is completely different than what it was billed to be and what they set out to do in the beginning. And I think it is better off for that, because most of the players of The Long Dark are like me. They're hardcore survival fans. They love the challenge of the survival mode. They love making their own story, creating their own world, and surviving the best they can in it. And like I said, there's 4 different modes of survival. There's Pilgrim, Voyager, Stalker, and Interloper. And there's also custom versions that you can do as well, where you can tweak things in the game and make them harder or easier, more loot, less loot, harder animals, easier animals, worse weather, better weather. There's all sorts of things you can tweak in the game in the custom game. But the four basic modes of gameplay, like I said, are Pilgrim, where it's basically an exploration mode. There's no hostile wildlife in Pilgrim. Even the wolves and the bears and the moose run from you unless you attack them first. If you attack them, then you're open. Then they retaliate. In Voyager, pretty much the same as Pilgrim, except the animals are now aggressive. You'll run into aggressive bears, moose, and wolves. Stalker sort of steps it up a level. It has the same sort of loot that you can get in Pilgrim and Voyager, but the wolves are like on setting 20. And then Interloper is a completely different beast than all the other game modes. On Interloper, you cannot get probably 3/4 of the loot that you can get in the other modes of gameplay. There's less food, less clothing, no weapons at all. You have to craft your own bow and arrows. You have to craft your own knife and hatchet. There's nothing that's given to you really in Interloper. The temperatures are colder. The animals smell you from way far away. They do a lot more damage. They are a lot nastier. But it is like the hardest standard mode of gameplay. And you're also dumped into the world with a few pieces of clothing on your back and a tin can. You start with, I mean, in all the other modes of gameplay, Stalker, Pilgrim, and Voyager, you start with a box of matches, you start with the bedroll, you start with a flare, you start with some pretty okay pieces of clothing. But in Interloper, you have a couple pieces of clothing and a can. No matches, no bedroll, no way to sleep unless you find a bedroll or you find a bed. It just steps it up. I've always said that If you think of like Pilgrim as like a 1 on a difficulty scale, Voyager's like a 4, Stalker's like a 8, and then Interloper's like a 20. That's it. That's how it steps it up over those difficulty levels. Less than 2% of the at least I think this is right. Less than 2%, I believe, of regular Long Dark players play on Interloper as a regular thing. So most people play on Voyager and Stalker. I mean, I know another streamer who plays on Voyager alone because he just likes to explore. He likes to see the world, check it out, see what's going on. He likes the adventure. He doesn't really care so much about the difficulty. He likes to adventure out there and find things. So most of you are absolute loons. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
This much gear.
Interloper's good content. Let's just put it that way. And then there's people like One and Only who play on what's called No One Gets Out Alive, where it's basically Interloper settings, but they turn off the ability to regen health. So you get no health regen at all. Which, except for stims. You can find these things called stims in the world that give you a juicy 15% health back when you take one. And that's the only way you can get that's the only way to get health back in the really, really difficult levels. And that's a custom setting though. Ooh, carcass harvesting too, nice.
I'm not gonna be able to carry this.
Oh yeah, we are heavy D in the boys. Let's grab another gut here while we're here. We need to take a little drinky poo of water. Woo! Let's go. We're a little heavy, but we're going into a place we like, so not too worried about it. I don't play Loper, though. I love watching Atheenon and others play Loper. Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, for a lot of people, they like to watch other people play Interloper, but they don't necessarily want to play it themselves. But that's the great thing. That's the great thing about Long Dark, is I've always said, no matter how you're playing it, whether you're playing the story mode, there's challenges in the game that you can play as well, that have a set goal. And I hope they give us more of those coming up. I hope they do. I hope with the DLCs they give us more challenges. Maybe the hunted part 3 would be awesome. Wait, does Interloper make dangerous animals not set on fire? Well, no. The Interloper, the bears and the wolves are still afraid of fire. Well, the wolves are scared of torches, flares, and open fire. The bear does not care about torches or flares, but he does not like open fire. So I've always said, whether you're playing story, the challenges, Voyager, Pilgrim, Stalker, Interloper, a custom game, as long as you're playing the Long Dark, you're doing it right. The only way to not play the Long Dark right is to not play the game. So, the bear used to ignore fire. Yeah, he used to ignore open fires as well, but they did change that. Yep. They did change that. I don't know when they changed that. It just happened one day. I was like, oh crap. I think I found that out, Smelly Fries, because I was like harvesting a moose by a fire, and a bear just happened to wander up on me, and I was like, and he just didn't attack. I was like, in my brain, I was going, oh crap. Here goes my run. This bear is just gonna wreck my face. And then he just stood there, just staring at me, and I was like, okay, wait. And I shot him and killed him. The most funny thing ever is when you're on Pilgrim just trotting along and then a big scary bear spots you, starts screaming and freaking guns it. Maybe another glitch that's really low on their to-do list. Yeah, I think I would like to see the bears not afraid of fire anymore. They weren't afraid of fire for years. For years, the bears did not give two wits about a fire. They'd be like, I'm just gonna sit. All your fire means is I'm gonna sit on your fire, roast my backside, and nibble on your bits. That's all a fire meant to them for a long time. Gunloper is kind of fun, Lauren. I'm having a good time with it. We got a definite goal in mind. So, my favorite words whenever it comes to software features, make it a setting. Oh, I would love, the thing I would love to see them do in the custom mode of Fedrin is I'd like to see them give us more options. I would like to see them have a whole list. Like, you know how we can set the baseline loot? I would like to see them actually take it one step further. Give us an actual list of every single item in the game that we can click on or off if we want it available in our game. So I could do an interloper run and go, I just want to have knives turned on. Or I just want to have arrowheads turned on. So I could actually, but I'm never going to do a forge run. I'm just going to have knives and arrowheads turned on, and then I can find them and just make arrows out of those as I find them. So I can't actually craft them. It'd be like a no crafting run or something, you know? But I would love them to give us a huge list. Mark Wars and I talked about that for a long time, where it'd be great if we could customize our loot even more than we can right now. Sort of like how they have with the rifle and the revolver, where you can turn those off and on individually in any custom game. I would love to have that for every item in the game. You could turn and turn off food. You can turn and turn off clothing items. They could even have a tab for every type of item. They could have clothing, food, tools. You could do a run where you turn off heavy hammers. You can't even get a heavy hammer to forge or something, you know. Well, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping with the DLC packs, what I'm hoping is they're going to give us more challenges, more customizable options, more predators or animals, maybe a cougar or something like that we can interact with in this zone. Give us more things and stuff that we can do. Hunted Part 3 for sure. I can't get these guys. I'm too overweight. I'm gonna have to come back for these rabbits. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back for those guys. Yeah, but Hunted Part 3 would be great. Maybe continue the Hopeless Rescue. Maybe continue the Hopeless Rescue one. Where now you fired off the flare, you know, you fired the flare off for rescue. And now you have to get to a certain point. Like, actually make it so there is a rescue. You have to get to a certain point or something. Where you could actually get maybe rescued. That would be kind of cool. There's a lot of cool things they could do with the challenges, and I'd love to see them do it. Now, this cave here I've talked about before. This is one of the best caves in the game. Because if you're really in a bad spot and you don't have a bedroll, you can put down a snow shelter in here. And then you can build a fire right by here.
Can stop me.
And you can just go ahead and stay in here the whole time. Because the fire will never get blown out in here. Thank you for following there, squirrels. I appreciate that, my friend. Well, there's a waste of a book. That's a wasted book. I'll take it and start a fire with it. Let's drop our sticks. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I know, it's like, oh, I guess I don't need the archery book, huh? It's sad. It's like, I look at it, I'm like, oh, that sucks. I'm never doing archery this run. Breaks my heart. I'm gonna drop all my hides here, even the cured ones. The Winding River is great for getting some hides put together because there's a lot of hides in this zone. Put some of those in there, put those in there, put those in there, and that in there. Let's put the heavy hammer in there, put all my oil in there, put that in there, the book in there, and that book in there, and that book in there, and that book in there. How much water I got me? 2 liters? Okay, that's not too bad. Wow, I got 21 coal. Oh, Sohaho! Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime!
Sohaho just subscribed.
Oh, thank you so much for that Twitch Prime sub, my friend! I know, it pierces my heart to say that about it too, so... Alright, let's go see if we can get a couple ribbity wraps. Actually, let's go up here first. There might be a deer up here, so we'll go up here first and see if we can find the deer. Because we got good temperatures out right now. If there's a deer up here... Oh, yeah, I do have a tool. I have the hacksaw, so... If the deer is up here. There's usually maple up here, too, but we aren't harvesting that today. We aren't doing any maple. This is the maple zone. If you need maple or you need birch, the Winding River and the Ravine are all you need. Because the Winding River usually has 2 to 3 maples up here. It's got 3 up here today. And the Ravine usually has 3 to 4 birch in it every time. So if you're ever needing either of those, you need to come to the Winding River and the Ravine. Those will give you your starting birch and maple on any game. I'm gonna head out for a bit. All right, have a good one, Ariel. Have a great rest of your day. So is Blackrock the only place you can make ammo? Blackrock and Bleak Inlet. You can make ammo in Blackrock. You can make ammo in Bleak Inlet as well. Oh, that is so sweet. Oh, that is a sweet harvest right there, my friends. When you get a warm day in Interloper, you are so happy. We're at +0 right now. Nice. Hadrian would love that. Hadrian loves +0, my friends. That's his favorite temperature, is +0. I'd love the ability to do custom challenges. The rescue ship will leave in 5 days on the dot. Get from HRV to DP in one piece. Don't be late, but there's no animals, just cold snow and blizzards. Oh, that'd be fun. That would be kind of cool, Ephedrine.
I'm tired.
I'd be down for that.
It's dusk, so I can't be far behind.
But yes, you can make ammo in Blackrock and Bleak Inlet. But you have to, in both of those places, House, it works the same. You have to find the code to open the cannery or open the machining shop. And you have to utilize that code during an aurora to get into them. So in both situations, you have to have a code. Oh, you little bastard.
Wonder if I can drop any of this here.
They're slippery like wet soap. Yes, they are. Little buggers. They're slippery little buggers. The other one's right over here. Oh, thank you, Smelly Fries. So once you open the areas with the code, do they stay accessible? Yes. Yes, you only have to open it, and then it's accessible from then on out. Basically, you're just unlocking the door. So the code in Bleak Inlet is in the little radio tower up on the upper part of the zone. So you have to go in through the ravine, get that code, and then go in through Forlorn, or you can just climb down a rope and get down to the bottom and make your way to the cannery. In Blackrock, you have to go down in the canyon and then wind your way through, get to the mine that has gas in it, and then you can go ahead and utilize the code. You have to go through the gas, get the code, and then go back to the the prison, open up the door, and then yeah, and like Smelly Fry says, the milling machine only works during an aurora as well. It only works during an aurora as well. So you have to wait for an aurora to open the door. You have to wait for an aurora to use the milling machine itself. Now, the only danger with the cannery is that Fluffy lives in the cannery. So you got to be kind of careful. Okay, we got 56 and 28. Go through the mine lightweight. Yes, you want to, yeah, when you go through the mine, you want to strip off every bit of clothing you have. Every bit of clothing you have. You keep a couple things on, but strip off pretty much everything else. Yeah, the cannery's kind of an annoying little maze you have to go through. Now, the only reason I kept a little bit of this is, see, I get a cooking skill up for it. Haha! Nice thing is we get a whole bunch of meats. Oh, shush your doodles about you being so tired. Just gonna lay down right here. Yeah, I really, the thing, I don't mind the obstacle course, Fern, getting into the cannery the first time, but they should alleviate it on future times that you're going into the cannery, in my opinion. On future ventures into the cannery, you shouldn't have to go through it all over again. You should be able to just bypass it, like have a rope you can drop or something like that. Make it something that you can't do super easy, but make it so you can just bypass the whole maze on the second or third time that you go in there. Maybe you have to bring a rope or, you know, something like that, or maybe there's something you kick down and you can get through that way or something. I don't know, but there has to be a better way. Has to be a better way to do it. Yeah, exactly. They really should let people do something like that. All right, let's get a nice little sleepity boo. Farmer Marks, hey buddy, how's it going? Boom. Gotta run to the store, be back in a while. All right, we'll see you in a little while, House. Have a good run to the store, my friend. Really don't like the scripted wolves about halfway through the obstacle course. Feels out of place. Yeah, it is weird. It is very weird that those wolves just pop out of nowhere. Wolves just pop out of nowhere and just start howling up a storm, and you're like, what the hell is going on? Oh, I didn't put the rabbit hides and guts down, dang it. Silly Atheenon. Gotta put those guts down, buddy. Trying to get some stuff ready to go so we can make a deerskin pants, deerskin boots, rabbit skin hat, rabbit skin gloves, and all the goodies. There we go. All right, let's prepare up some of our mushrooms. Cook up a birch bark tea, because why not? Scripted wolves in general should not be a thing. Episode 2, yeah. I think the scripted wolves are kind of annoying. Are you thinking of episode 3? Where in Pleasant Valley? Are you thinking the Pleasant Valley one, Smelly Fries? I don't remember what were the scripted ones in episode 2? That's the bear is the scripted guy in episode 2, isn't he? Isn't the bear the scripted one in episode 2? Oh, okay. Oh, it's easy to get them mixed up. I mean, to be honest, episode 2 and episode 3 kind of all blur together for me. For me, the story mode just wasn't what I play Long Dark for. I play Long Dark for the experience of running around the world and doing what I want to do when I want to do it. So for me, Long Dark is about the adventure and survival. It's not really about the story. I mean, the story's kind of cool. It's kind of neat to get some backstory on what's going on. You know, it's cool to get that. Yes, I'm not denying that it's not cool to get that. But at the same time, that's not the driving force of why I play the Long Dark. The driving force of why I play the Long Dark is because of this, because of survival mode. Yeah, the stupid bear spear. Ugh. I hated that thing. I hated the bear spear with a passion. And you had the time, and remember you had to time the bear spear just right because it takes away your stamina. And if you don't time it right, you'll run out of stamina mid-struggle, and then you fail. It's like, ugh, okay. Colossal Coffee, how you doing? Alright, let's leave ourselves a little bit of water here, because we're definitely going to come back this direction. Got all of our hides curing here. Nice, we'll grab those before we go. It's gonna be fine, my dear. Alright. And you're gonna guaranteed to fail a few times when using the spear, which felt like a slap in the face, yeah. And when you fail, surprise, you have to do it all over again. Double the fun, or triple, yeah, exactly. That was the thing, is like, you had to start all the way at the beginning of that scenario, which was just... Well, Fern, I still don't know what made them think that the gas mine was a good idea. I still don't know what made them think the gas mine was a good idea either. Because that was a horrible... That's a horrible mechanic that then they brought over into survival mode. Where in a permadeath game, something that insta-kills you is a very bad idea. It's a very bad idea. Something that insta-kills you in a permadeath game is just kind of the antithesis of it. Especially if you're not familiar with how the mechanic works. And it just, yeah. It's just, ugh. What are we doing, Colossal Coffee? Oh, we are, We're doing our Gunloper run, my friends. We're doing Gunloper. There it is right there. I don't even need to explain it now because I got it up. I got it up as a command. See, look at me. Look at me being all fancy. But, yeah, I just don't like the idea of something that kills you like that. I wouldn't mind if, like, the gas gave you a little less time. Like, gave you, like the amount of time, because usually, from what I've found, when I go through the gas, I have about 20 seconds left before it gives up. So I wouldn't mind them taking, like, 10 seconds away, but making it so when you do run out of breath, you start to lose health, but over time, where it basically like chunks your health away a little bit at a time instead of just insta-killing you. Make it a pretty fast chunk if you want. I mean, make it take away your health pretty quickly. But to make it completely just kill you in one go, just because you're on a timer, is, I think, just a bad move. I'd never have liked that mechanic in the game. And I hope they revisit that and maybe, like, change it, but I just don't know if they ever will. I don't know if they ever will. Sometimes there's a deer up here, but not today. Avoided Black Rock so far seems dangerous to me compared to Bleak Inlet. Well, much like Bleak Inlet, Fern, Black Rock suffers from a lack of advantage to going there, especially on Interloper. Because unless, like, we're doing a Gunloper, so we only have guns, we need to go to Black Rock. We need to go to Bleak Inlet. But really, if you're playing a pure, straight Interloper file, there is no logistic reason to go to Black Rock or to Bleak Inlet. As far as, like, something unique you can get there, something that makes you want to go there other than just the challenge. I mean, pretty much every other zone in the game, including Broken Railroad, which I'm not a huge fan of, every other zone in the game, I can list something that makes it attractive to go there. But Black Rock and Bleak Inlet just really don't have that. It just really doesn't have that. They're mainly zones that are set up for people who play Stalker, Pilgrim, and Voyager, which is fine. But, you know, even Ash Canyon, you know, is like, okay, why do I want to go to Ash Canyon? Well, the backpack and the crampons. There's two reasons right there. Why would I want to go to Broken Railroad? I don't really want to go to Broken Railroad, but you know what? There's guaranteed to be 2 stims, possibly 3 stims in that zone. And that's a pretty valuable resource. Now, Black Rock does have a stim, where Bleak Inlet does not have one, so that makes it more valuable there. You can get a stim in Black Rock in the prison. But, honestly, the Timberwolves make it almost not even worth it. I'm not even gonna risk it. I'm just gonna do that. There we go. Alright. Throw a piece of coal on there. Get a little meaty booze off this guy. Wow, he has, like, very little meaty booze. 2 hours and 5 minutes to take everything. Why go to HRV? Because of all the loot. The loot in HRV is just amazing. Especially for interloper players. The loot in HRV is some of the best loot you'll find in the game. All the high value pieces are there in that zone. That's why you go there. That's why you go there. I mean, on Interloper, you come out of there with, at minimum, a bedroll, a hacksaw, a heavy hammer, a Mackinac jacket, a head wrap, combat pants, and then the and a bunch of matches too. But the other stuff that you get in that zone are, you can get a ski jacket or maybe 2 ski jackets. There's actually quite a few boxes of matches. I think you can come out of there with like 36 or 48 matches. There's a lot of stuff in that zone that's very, very good. Very worthwhile to go in there. Yeah, I've had to untrain myself. I was picking up feathers before, and somebody in chat was like, "Why are you picking up feathers?" And I was like, "Oh, muscle memory. I see a feather, I pick a feather up." It's like I'm so like ingrained to pick up feathers at all times, because it's like, oh, need feathers. Gonna need feathers. And a lot of times in Hush River Valley, you'll get a hat and gloves too. There's a lot of reasons to go to Hush River Valley. Just the loot there is phenomenal. You have to know how to navigate it though. Hush River Valley is a very tricky zone to navigate, but once you get used to it, you'll love it. I don't remember the region. It was near Milton. I believe it was actually it was actually HRV. I found a bearskin bedroll on custom. It could have been HRV. I know Ash Canyon sometimes has the bearskin jacket. I gotta check under all these shelves because there'll be shells laying around. I'm not used to looking for shells around things. Let's eat some of that instead, or drink some of that. Boop-a-doo, ba-doop-a-doo. Just don't want to miss anything. Weekend can have a bearskin bedroll in the Fire Watchtower. I've never found a bearskin bedroll there, ever. Sometimes there's a hacksaw right under here. I'm gonna check back here because I never know. On easier difficulties, not interloper. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I was thinking you're saying on interloper. I was like, God, I've never found one there. Heck, but I've never found the bearskin coat in Ash Canyon either. Although I know people that have and confirmed that it does spawn there on interloper. So I know it does spawn there. One thing about this Carter Hydro Dam, in the lower level, there's always a sewing kit. There's always a sewing kit in the lower level of the Carter Hydro Dam. It's not always in the same spot, but it's usually like in a locker. It's like in a locker like that one was, or it'll be on a shelf. But there's always I've always found one. I mean, I don't know if that's guaranteed, but I've always found a sewing kit here in the Carter Hydro Dam, no matter what interloper run I've been on. I've always found one here, so if you're looking for a sewing kit, this is a great place to go. You got a really high chance. Ooh, another revolver. What's this one condition-wise? 83, nice! Nice! Nice. That's great because my other revolver's at 21%. And there are no rifle cleaning kits on this difficulty. On custom interloper, that's why I said in the end we're gonna have to go. If we want to live for very long, we're gonna have to go to the milling machine and repair our weapons, because there are no rifle cleaning kits in a custom interloper game, because those are tied to the base. Those are tied to the baseline loot table, and just by turning on rifles and revolvers, it does spawn rifles and revolvers and ammo for those into the game, but it does not ever give you rifle cleaning kits. So it sort of gives us a reason to go there, so. Which is kind of cool. Hey, there's a whetstone. I never find anything in that. I always look, but I've never found anything in it. Sometimes there'll be an archery book here, but we aren't reading archery books, so we ain't doing archery on this run. Is that a flare? On the shelf? On what shelf? Back here? Or over here? Nope, I don't see a flare. Nope, I didn't see a flare. There's a paintbrush and a paint can. It was some debris, yeah. It was some debris. That damn debris, I tell you, Federin, that damn debris always makes me look twice sometimes. It always makes me look twice. Oh, it's getting on tonight. Let's Jimmy Jive upstairs. We'll explore the upper dam tomorrow. Let's just get upstairs. Hopefully avoid an aurora. I mean, it's not the end of the world if an aurora happens right now. We only have one more wire to cross. By the way, never break this box down at night. These wires become live and it will fry you. If you're breaking that box down, it sucks. I did that one time. I started breaking the box down with my hands. I was like, oh, I'll get some extra firewood for my fire. And it got dark, and an aurora hit immediately, and I died. I was like, what is happening? And this is the last live wire that you have to cross right here. French fried Atheenon, yep. Alright, so now we have no more live wires we have to worry about. There are some live wires upstairs, but are on the main level up here, but they are easily avoidable. Can we get some rubber boots? I know. I want some rubber boots. That'd be nice. Oh, get a little stretch in. Oh. Oh. There we go. Gotta remember, we got a bunch of lockers here we gotta try to open up if we ever get a pry bar. We haven't had a pry bar this whole game yet. Alright, we got some good deer hides, which is great. You're off? Alright, have a good one, Smelly Fries. We'll see you later on, bud.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
You will carry this load until I relieve you of it, my dear. Yeah, we need to rest soon, but not yet. Still have a little time. Cooking meat on the wires, leverage the Aurora. I know, that would be awesome, wouldn't it, a veteran?
No power in the verse.
Hey, Crinkle, thank you for the follow there. Appreciate that, my friend. Hope you're having a fabulous, fabulous, long, darky-ish kind of day. All right, let's drop these books here. I'll keep that one on me to read, because we are going to read the gunsmithing books. We're never going to read Stay on Target. And I usually read the fishing books, but that's only because I like to get my fishing skill up a little higher. All right, let's leave the heavy hammer here. Let's leave that gun here. All right. Actually, let's put away our lantern for a moment. We don't need that on to sort stuff into a trash can. I'll turn that into tinder. Let's leave some of our matches here. I'll keep the box of 42. How does that sound? We'll leave the rest here. I have so many matches. It's like, oh, let's just leave 42 matches here. Nobody will notice. Nobody will care. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I can leave all those here. Leave most of those there. Leave a little bit of cloth here. Leave my metals here. Break down the can opener. Alright, let's eat a little bit of food. I have an unreasonable hatred for the inability to start campfires indoors. You think you're safe. You think you're safe and you want to warm yourself up by walking into the dam. But if your clothes are bad, sucks to be you, I guess. Yeah. Well, there's a fire barrel downstairs. There's a fire barrel downstairs. So, I mean, it's not like the end of the world that you can't start one, like, directly inside. It does kind of suck, though. It does kind of suck to be you, right, Ephedrine? The game's like going, nope, sucks to be you, you can't do it. Alright, let's get some sleep, baby. Oh, see, there's an aurora right there. And it's gone. And it's gone. Oh, I slept without water on me. I didn't mean to hit sleep. I meant to pick it up, and I accidentally hit the sleep button. That's okay. It didn't damage us that much. And we're gonna do a couple activities here. We're gonna break down. We got 2 can openers. Let's break that one down. Let's harvest it. I forgot you can repair can openers. I find that hilarious. Let's leave the cans here. So we need to get some more rabbit pelts. We need to get some more deer pelts. Ooh, there's a rifle cartridge. Let's dump one of these tool kits here. We'll just leave these here for right now. We'll take one of them with us eventually. We'll take one into Mystery Lake with us. Oh, Fire Monkey, it's been a long time. I've had a lot of people I've had a lot of people request that I do a straight playthrough of a Gunloper. And so that's what we're doing. We're trying to live for 200 days, no bows allowed. We can only use rifles and revolvers and the flare gun, and that is it. And so we will eventually have to go to the milling machine. We will eventually have to go try to repair our stuff up. Usually, yep, there's a cartridge right there. So yeah, it's been fun though so far. We had a really fun start in Ash Canyon. It was pretty crazy in Ash Canyon. It's pretty crazy in Ash Canyon, but you still have that loot table sheet? Oh yeah. You just type in loot and there it is. And that still holds up. Are noisemakers allowed or are they irrelevant? They're irrelevant. They're allowed, DA, but their noisemakers are garbage. If I'm gonna make gunpowder on a Gunloper, I'm gonna use it to take my shells and make them into something I can actually use. Did you spot a moose in Ash Canyon? I did not. No, actually, Ash Canyon was very void of animal life for most of the time we were there. Most of the places in Ash Canyon, ooh, some water. Oh, I like those. Most of the places that have animals or would have rabbits, I never found rabbits. I found like 2 rabbits in all of Ash Canyon, and there's usually a whole bunch. And I went everywhere. I went up to the top. I went past the bear over to that little place above the fishing hut. There were no rabbits over there at all. I went up to the gold mine. There were no rabbits over there. There were no rabbits along the way to the gold mine. It was very, very odd. Ooh! Ooh! Never have I been so excited to get a frontier shooting guide. Yes! And some more coffee. Love me a frontier shooting guide on interloper. On Gunloper, I should say. Oh, more water purification tablets. Very nice. It just makes making water way easier. Yeah, so I don't know. My file was very void of animals in Ash Canyon to start with. It was very disheartening. It made me sad.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I was thinking I'd come out of Ash Canyon with a whole bunch of good, you know, furs and stuff, and it was like, oh, I guess not. Hey, a second hacksaw. Now we could go do a summit run if we wanted to. Okay, 11. So 9. And then, oh, and then like 5. 9 and then 5. Okay, so it's like 10 and 6. I knew it'd be all the way around. Those little bastards. What are we getting here? Another revolver? What? Now we got 2 revolvers. 3 revolvers, actually. Got 83 and a 72. Wish we could dual wield those suckers. That'd be awesome. We could dual wield revolvers. I'd be like, yeah, baby. Let me dual wield that crap. So the goal right now is we're gonna finish looting this up. We're gonna go into what's its name? The Ravine. And then we're gonna get a couple deer there to get some food set up here. Then we're gonna basically do an entire tour of Mystery Lake. We're gonna go all through Mystery Lake. There are no firearm repair kits at all, Fire Monkey Rob. There is no match tracking on the loot tables. There's set spots, Lauren, in each starting interloper zone that has matches, and there's a couple of set spots outside of it, but it's not tied to any specific loot table. It's kind of zone by zone. Yeah, well, I'm playing on custom interloper, so yeah. So it's still interloper loot settings, but if you're wondering about a zone, I can tell you, Lauren. I can easily tell you where there's matches in a zone. If you're in a certain zone, you're like, where can I find matches here? Because a lot of the zones, ooh, there's some more revolver ammo. Because a lot of the zones will have a guaranteed match spawn in them, even if they're not an interloper starting zone. Ash Canyon's pretty worthless for a spawn. No, it's not. Ash Canyon's an awesome spawn point. I came out of Ash Canyon with combat pants, thin wool sweater, a hat. I came out with the crampons, the technical backpack, over 100 cattails that are feeding me to this day. That are feeding me to this day. I came out with a ski jacket as well as a parka. So I had basically essentially two heavy ski jackets. I actually got a lot of stuff in Ash Canyon. Lots and lots of stuff. But you have to like really finagle around the zone. I'm not gonna say it's the easy zone to get around. It is pretty good though, and I came out of there with almost 100 matches. I came out of Ash Canyon with almost 100 matches. Just from that one zone. I found more matches in Ash Canyon than any other place. Hit the mine and get out. Well, I go for the mine, but I go for the other places too. Because I'm a greedy bugger. And I don't want to go back there. So I usually my route in Ash Canyon is make it to the Angler's Den first. You get to the Angler's Den, you get yourself situated with some water and some torches. You head up to where the little cave is that you go up to where you can get to the gold mine. Oh, there's no difference. There's no difference in them at all. The gal and the guy are exactly the same play-wise. So I basically go up to the actually I'm gonna check up here just in case. I go up and then I finagle my way past the bear, go to the little miners cabins. From the miners' cabins, I go to the foreman's cabin, and then I go to the retreat that's over down a rope that's right above the fishing hut. That's where you'll find combat pants and thin wool sweaters almost every time. And then from there, then I go all the way back and go up to the actual gold mine itself. You got, and I will say, I did run out of food on that run, so you gotta be a little careful because you can run out of food pretty darn easily doing that. And I actually did. So, but there's lots of cattails in there because then on our way out we just picked cattails all day long. And on the Gunloper I found a rifle up there too. I found a rifle up in the gold mine. So that was kind of a nice get. And I found a bunch of ammo along the way too, which was really nice to find. So, it's one of those things where you just have to do it with your you have to be comfortable doing it. And I totally get if you're not comfortable doing it. I would pass on it too. I'd be like, no. But that's usually, I will tell you, that's usually my route in that zone. Because I'm a greedy bastard and I want it all. I want everything from that zone. So that's my own greed talking. Because I really don't want to go back there after the fact. If I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna get stuff. Plus you get a stim. That stim I got from Pleasant Valley, from Pleasant Valley. And you actually get the stem on the way up to the gold mine as well, so you get a stem too, which is kind of cool. Alright, so we got everything we want. God, we have 51! Actually, I'm stuck in the dark at the hut in the middle. I'll get the matches, water, and scoop the loot. Yeah, if you get to the angler's den in the dark, it is a little tougher. I will grant you, it is tougher if you get to that angler's den at night. It's not as much fun. Let's go sleep in a cave. If you prepare the reishi mushrooms, they weigh less. Same for rose hips. Yep. It's not. I mean, granted, it's a small amount, but yes, they do weigh less. They do weigh less. That's why I'm carrying a bunch. That's why I'm carrying a bunch of prepared ones around instead of carrying the actual ones. Because I'll use those and make teas. Because early in the game, you want to make a lot of teas. Lot of tea. Wow, we have 25 rifle shells. That's pretty nice. My very first death in the game was a snowstorm in Angler's Den. Oh no! Let's go get our ribbity rabbits. It looks like a storm's coming in. So let's go get our rabbits. We can hole up in the cave with them and harvest them up. There's usually rabbits up in this corner. I don't see any yet, which is kind of concerning. Oh, there's one. There's two.
Sure getting cold.
Well, that's the thing, Alex. All of us went through that, though. I think that's one thing that's really endearing about Long Dark, is that the shared experience of the struggle that we've all gone through is pretty much the same.
Freezing.
Dying to stupid things and stupid ways. We've all experienced that in one way or the other. None of us have ever been immune from that. Even me. Even one and only. We all started somewhere where we all have sort of this shared experience of, oh God, you know, and it really, a lot of times, the stuff that is really memorable to us and that we talk about a lot is the horrific things that have happened to us over time. The you know, the horrific deaths to a blizzard, the horrific death to a wolf or a bear or a moose, you know, well, not really a moose, but getting your, you know, but even the moose, like getting your ribs broken at the bottom of a canyon and not being able to get out, you know, that we all have that sort of, that shared conscious experience that we've all gone through. And I think that's the thing that really brings us kind of all a little closer together with the Long Dark. And really a lot of it is, it does that, it carries over to any game like that too. I think my brain was parked there for a second. Are you hitting Broken Railroad before Mystery Lake? Oh, no, we're gonna... I came over here to see if I can get a couple deer, get a few cattails, get a few more rabbits. That way we can have our rabbit hides and everything curing back at the Carter Hydro Dam. And then we can go and explore Mystery Lake, come back to the Carter Hydro Dam, make up rabbit skin hat and gloves, make up deerskin pants and boots, and then head off to Forlorn Muskeg. But, I mean, that's the long-term goal at this point. And then we're going to go Forlorn Muskeg, forge a knife and a hatchet. Probably going to forge 2 and 2. So I've come out with two knives, 2 hatchets, because we aren't doing any arrowheads. Then we're going to go to Broken Railroad. And we're going to stomp through that zone real quick. Get our stems. Maybe take down a moose or a bear to get a moose hide satchel. Unless we get a moose in Mystery Lake, and you know that'd be nice too. Piece of metal. Do we get a rope in here? That's the question. Nope, but we get a Jerry can.
Too heavy.
We got Jerry's cans, boys and girls. Jerry's quite a nice guy. Nice cans, Jerry. What brings us closer together? A veteran's horrific bear incident of 2021. Never forget. Never forget, my friend. Please stop. Oh, stop the killing of the rabbits. Never. I will never stop killing rabbits. Sorry. That's just it always has to happen, my friend. It always will happen. That's just the way it is. Some things will never change. Atheenon killing rabbits is just the way it is. Oh my goodness! Cable surf! It's them or you. Let's give Cable Surf a shout out there. How you doing, buddy? Go check out my good friend Cable Surf. Last playing some Long Dark, baby.
I'll go have a word with the bear. I'll tell the bear that you're a nice guy. What do you reckon? You got a deal?
It's a talking bunny. It's a talking bunny. How goes the run? It's going good, Righty Beef. We finally made it to Mystery Lake, well, the Carter Hydro Dam. We are basically doing a little hunting, a little bit of gathering here in the Ravine right now. And then we're going to be heading into Mystery Lake and doing some exploring and seeing what we can get done there. But Cable Surf, I'm glad you're doing well, man. Good to see you streaming again. Hope you're having a grand day. I am so bad with the rifle against deer. Paging Dr. House. Paging Dr. House. Welcome back, House. Cool Milk. Hello, hello. By the way, I saw you there. I'm sorry I didn't say hi to you earlier. What did you say when I asked how your run was? It's going good. It's going good. We're here in the Ravine. We are just gathering and getting a little bit of food. I want to see if I can get a deer here at some point, so I can have a little bit of food here. And then we are going to be heading into Mystery Lake, exploring and trying to find things there. So it's going good though so far. Get a little warmed up here. We'll eat a few cattails. Oh, and a blizzard came up. Never mind that idea. Never mind that idea. I was like, oh, I'll do this. And I'll go out and see if I can hunt a deer. No. The game said no. Well, at least we're still warm in here. I guess that's something. Wow. Oh, I was planning on doing that, but not during a blizzard. Not during a blizzard. I will go get that deer though. That deer is That deer is on my list, man. That deer is on my list, Aurora. We will be going and getting Mr. Deer here. Do you have any advice for someone who wants to make it to 100 days in Interloper or just in the game in general? Because there's a big difference. In Interloper, survive the first 10 days. Try to make your forge run before day 20. Make your first 10 days about exploring as much as you can and getting as much clothing, tools, bedroll, and stuff that you can in the early game. Make that forge run before day 20. And after that, it's up to you to survive, my friends. And after that, it's all just about managing your hunger. Make sure you pick every cattail you see. Make sure you get every stick that you see. Because those will give you the long-term survival that you crave. Cattails are like your staple food early in the game. Yeah, Forlorn Muskeg, Hush River Valley both have a crap ton of cattails. Ash Canyon has a crap ton of cattails. Just attach headlights to your bullets when the deer see it coming. They'll just stand there and wait for the bullet to hit them. That might work. I don't know. A deer in the headlights is a thing. A crap ton? Oh, it helps a crap ton for sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and drop a large T here. Make a mini T circle. You got to make sure you move them. You have to pick them up and put them back down, otherwise they'll burn. See, now they say hot. And once they say hot, they'll not burn off. Before they say hot, they will burn away. So you want to make sure they say hot, not say 29 minutes till burned or something like that. See, now these will never burn off. I'm going to drink one of those down. Does it have to do with distance? No, they broke T's, Sonny. They broke T's when they did an update to the game, and they've never fixed it. It used to be stuff never burned when you put it around the fire. Now it does, for some unknown, godforsaken reason. For some unknown reason, they made it so they burn now, which I don't know why. I don't know why they decided to do that. But if you pick them up and then put them back down, then it won't say that it'll take another second. Like if I put this one down here, it'll take a minute to be ready. And then see, it says 30 minutes till burn. If I pick it up, even if I just click on it and put it back down, it'll now say 1 minute to be ready again, and then it'll just go hot. So I don't know. It's dumb. It's dumb. But they changed it, so. Might as well make up a whole bunch of water while we're here. Get another deer hide, because why not?
The sun is setting. It'll be a lot colder soon.
I'm not even going to worry about that water boiling. Let's look what we'll do. We'll go plinkety plink, and we'll use our water purification tablets. Ladies. Oh, shoot. Excuse me. Nope, this is, Sunny, this is a brand new run we just started on Saturday. People have asked me for ages to do a Gunloper. And I started it on Saturday. And we just started it up. We spawned in Ash Canyon. And, we're continuing the run right now. We're only, what, 15 days in? 19 days in? And it's been pretty fun so far. Ash Canyon was actually quite the trip. Oh, don't worry about it, Sonny. That's okay. Sorry, I was just checking on Sun. Oh, that's fine. How many zones have we been in so far? Ash Canyon, Timberwolf, Pleasant Valley. I don't know if you can count Mystery Lake because we just walked through there to get to the ravine, but Mystery Lake as well. Do we want to waste firewood here or not? Nope, I don't want to. We're gonna risk it for the biscuit. We have not been in Desolation Point yet. So far, we've only been... We spawned in Ash Canyon. We went down to Timberwolf. Got out to Pleasant Valley. Searched all around Pleasant Valley. We came into the Winding River. Went into the Mystery Lake to get to the ravine. We're basically here getting some food, getting some supplies for our future. And then we're going to be heading out into Mystery Lake. I'm hoping to get a deer today or tomorrow. That's why I don't want to use fuel tonight. We're gonna hopefully get a deer, but I don't know. We'll have to see. You got great news, Cable Sir. Well, what's your great news, my man? Okay, do we risk it for the biscuit? Wait till that fire goes out. Okay, you can die anytime, Mr. Fire. Fire's making it extremely warm in here. We do have a good 14-degree warmth bonus, which is nice. Okay, I'll rip apart this hat then. Am I gonna go down and get the flare gun? If I can get a rope to spawn in the cave on the other side, I will. All right. We're gonna risk it, boys and girls. We're gonna sleep 10 hours. This may or may not be the smart move. We may die. We may die. I will read the gun book, but... Oh, this makes me nervous doing that this early in the game. Oh, wow. It's cold. It's cold out, boys and girls. It's cold out. A Kurtloper got by the bear in Ash Canyon by the rope bridge. Oh yeah. Yep, that bear's nasty. If you get caught by him, it's not fun. It's not fun at all. All right, let's purify our water real quick. Yeah, we risked it for the biscuit. If you are worried about sleeping in a cave early game, you can always do sleeps in short amount of times. You can sleep a couple hours at a time, just to see if it gets too cold for you, if a blizzard comes up or something like that. Because in 2 hours time, if you start out being warm, in 2 hours time, there's no way that you're gonna freeze in your sleep. You may get hypothermic, you may start getting a hypothermia risk, but you're not gonna get hypothermic and you're not gonna die. So if you're ever like a little nervous about, you know, an area that you're sleeping in, just don't sleep. Just don't sleep in an area for longer than a couple hours at a time. So, at full condition, 4 hours, it's impossible to die of sleep. Oh, so 4 hours? I usually just do a couple hours at a time because the weather can change pretty quickly in 2 hours. 2 hours, you can go from nice weather to being a full-blown freaking goddamn blizzard that just blows you away. So I usually go with the 2 hour rule, but yes, 4 hours sounds like it's the magic number at full condition. So there you go. There you go, straight from the fern's mouth. I do to this, okay, so blah, 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 blah. I do to this is twice in 5 years that I've been messed with new teeth. A hospital rank specialist is going to rush me to emergency appointment and serious chat we had, will be had about the next stage, will be implants. Oh, nice. That's awesome news, Cable. That's nice. Yeah, I usually just do the 2 hour rule because honestly, for me, 2 hours is like, you know, I'll start getting cold. I'll be like, okay, I'll build a little fire and then sleep for another couple hours. It lets me regulate my fire usage as well in that time, so. Alright, let's eat a couple cattails. Drink a little water. Go out and see if we can find a deer out here. I saw no deer coming into the zone, which is rather weird. Grab the birch bark, of course. I'm so bad with the gun, I'll probably screw it up. Posture check. I'll probably screw it up and totally missed the deer the first time. All the sticks, my friends, all the sticks. And we're not talking about STYX. Hey, look, there's the birch. That's the birch that I always reference in this zone. It'll either spawn over here, spawn over by the cave over there, or it'll spawn just on the other side of this hill. The other side of that hill right over there. Alrighty. The deer are like, screw you, Atheenon, we aren't spawning today. Okay.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
I struggle to balance my weight. I always struggle to balance my weight. The weight is one of the biggest juggling acts you'll pull in this game. Is what to leave, what to take, what to carry, what not to carry. Once I get my regular kit of stuff on me, it's all extra then. You know, I'll pick up as many sticks as I possibly can. Is it worth carrying 2 pots? I always carry 2 pots. That's part of my standard kit is 2 pots at all time. I prefer the pots myself. That's just me, but I prefer the pots myself. I know some people who just stick with the cans, but I hate making water a half a liter at a time. Well, in the ravine, there's usually a bunch of birch laying around. But but that's my own personal play, is I prefer the pots to everything else. I know some people who play and only use cans. I like the pots because it gives me the versatility of making a lot of water. It also gives me the versatility of cooking up the animal meat faster. But the main reason I like it is because of the water. I can make a ton of water very quickly and in a very short amount of time. And the thing too is that in the 2-hour time, generally in a pot for 2 liters of water, it's 2 hours of time. Even at cooking 5, you can still use that. You don't have much time to get the water off of there, but a lot of times I'll make a fire by a bear or a moose. I'll put my pots on it, put water in them, carcass harvest the or quarter the moose or the bear, which takes 2 hours, and so I got water at the end of it, and I got a carcass, a quartered bear and a quartered moose. So it's sort of, it allows me to double up my time and utilize more of my utilize the fire that I'm making, not only to keep myself warm, but to also make water at the same time. If that makes sense. But I understand people wanting for weight to carry the other stuff. I usually, to be honest, I tend to be overweight all the time. Unless I'm going to a zone where I'm expecting to climb, I'm always going to be overweight. So, that's the only caveat, is I do that. So, I will sometimes drop things later in the game. Like, in late game, once you've really gone everywhere and you've looked at everything and you've opened all the lockers and stuff, having a pry bar is not a big necessity. There's some zones where you don't even need to take a pry bar. Like, if you're going to Hush River Valley, you don't need to take a pry bar or a hacksaw to Hush River Valley. There's no need for them. If you have a knife and a hatchet, you're fine. So you can leave, there's certain zones you can leave things behind that you don't need to take. But early in the game, a pry bar is a great thing because you can open up all the lockers, you can open up the cars, that sort of stuff. I mean, usually they don't have much in them, but you can find matches and some clothing in them every once in a while. And I always wonder, what's in there?
Barely walked with this much gear.
It's always in the back of my mind. What's in there? What's in there? What can I find in there? Ooh, 6% peaches. That's pretty bad. I recently started using the knife for crafting only and carrying a hacksaw with me. Yeah, you can do that too. Still I've not found one deer. There's no rope in here, so I can't go to the bottom of the ravine, which sucks. There's no rope in here, so I got no rope in the ravine. So I'll have to bring a rope back from Mystery Lake just to go down to the bottom and get my, flare gun. Which I don't even know at this point if it's worth it to do it.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Sorry, I had a text there I need to check out. Oh, we have a few sticks, so that's always good. There we go, that's the guy I wanted. Barely worth the calories to harvest these guys, but we need the hides, we need the guts, we need all that good stuff, so we're gonna do it anyway. Hey, we just get cooking 3. As a matter of fact, we did get cooking 3. Look at us. As a matter of fact, we did. So, do you set up mini bases in each zone? Yes, I do. Each zone will have a small mini base in it. Usually in Pleasant Valley, that is the farmstead. I usually set a little mini base up there, stockpile it with food, stockpile it with water, and fuel. Carcass harvesting 3-2. Nice! Nice! In Coastal Highway, I usually use the actual garage itself. In, say, you know, Mystery Lake. Mystery Lake's kind of a unique one because I use the Carter Hydro Dam sort of as my main place, but I also set up a little mini base over at the whatchamacallit, the camp office too. So yeah, each zone I set a little mini base up in and just kind of chill out. Well, geez, this storm sucks big time.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Oh, I never boiled that water. That was stupid. That was dumb. Whoopsie. Atheenon, because I'm only just BK and my memory is rusty. I'm going on forge runs, what's needed? I was asking in stream, but no one seemed to fully remember. I'm hitting day 6. Well, you'll need, of course, your heavy hammer. And depending on the forge you're going to, I mean, a hacksaw is always nice to break down metal around the forge. But I usually take if you're going to the Forlorn Muskeg Forge, at least take 6 to 8 pieces of metal. Because you'll find some metal along the way, and there's a rack that you can break down at the forge itself. You want a minimum of 4 pieces of coal, because that's the minimum required to get your forge up to the proper 150 degrees. I found a lantern at Trapper's. Where will the hammer be? You can look on the loot tables there. I can tell you really quick, actually. So you found one at Trapper's cabin? A heavy hammer? So you're not on loot table 1, loot table 2. Heavy hammer will be... Oh, so wait. You found a lantern. You found a lantern there. Okay, hold on a second. I was looking at the wrong thing. Oh, so you're on loot table 1. Heavy hammers in the lower dam on the workbench. Did you also find a hacksaw at Trapper's cabin? Lantern and a hacksaw? I found the bedroll in the camp office. Well, it could be one of either. Hacksaw and Trapper's. So you're on loot table 1. So yep, it's going to be in the lower dam on the workbench for you. The next closest one is Pleasant Valley in the barn. Coastal Highway near the car near the log sort. Maintenance shed and Broken Railroad. And Black Rock in the power plant under the lockers. So you got like 6 heavy hammer options, but that's the closest one is in the Carter Hydro Dam. Well, this really sucks. There is no wolf in the dam anymore. No, the wolf is gone from the dam, boys and girls. There is no wolfy boy in the dam. Well, this trip was kind of a bust so far. Oh, now it's really picking up like crazy. Holy crap. Holy crud, that's getting really crazy now. The wolf in HRV is still there? Yes, he is. Oh, I guess I could have just read. Gosh dang it. I keep forgetting I have books to read. Yeah, poor Fluffy. He couldn't route through all the junk they put in the dam. That was the problem. Yeah, usually if the rope's here, it's like right here, but it's not. So we're just gonna have to go. Has anyone actually tried what would happen if an animal like a wolf walks on live wires? They die, just like everybody else. It's like, what happens when a frog gets hit by lightning? They're electrocuted like everything else, yeah. That was such a cringe line in X-Men. What happens when a toad gets hit by a lightning bolt? The same thing that happens to everything else. Like, really? Really? I had a loper run die after never running into him for a few runs. Yeah. Oh gosh. The wolf in the Hush River Valley cave, Sunny, is not always up, and that wolf kind of follows the same rules as the other wolves in the game. When a storm is going on, he is gone. It's almost like he's outdoors, but he's not outdoors. So when a storm's going on, he disappears. Wait, did I? Okay, I did pick those up. Like, wait, did I get the rabbit? Let's commit to the meat. Commit to the hide. Okay, temperature's going back up. That's good, that's good. Commit to the guts. Temperature's going down a little bit, but not too bad, not too bad. All right, all right, all right, all right. It's gonna be fine, boys and girls. It's gonna be fine. Commit to the fur. Oh, now temperatures are going down a lot. Oh yeah, that hurt. That hurt a little bit. Yeah, well, hey, but we got ourselves some deer meat. We got ourselves some fur. So it's all worth it. It's all worth it. I know now that even if a wolf is whimpering, don't get close means he'll still murk you. Oh yeah, Sonny. The wolves will still murk you even if they're whimpering, even if they're going, oh god. They will still run up and take a chomp out of you if they can.
It's so cold. I just want to lay down for a bit.
For guts and glory. Yeah, they're just trying to draw you in when they do that. They have no intention of being nice to you. They're just trying to be like, hey, have pity on me, feel sorry for me. Stuck up on a wolf in Pilgrim once. It was chomping on a deer. Sucker turned and attacked me. Oh, you know what probably happened, House? Is that you probably got within his auto aggro radius, and that just triggered him. Because wolves and bears have a radius that once you're inside that, there is nothing that will scare them away. Except for a flare gun. Except for a flare gun. But flares, fires, torches, none of that will scare them away once they're inside a certain area. That's why if you make a fire behind a tree and a wolf approaches from the other side of the tree, he or she technically does not see the fire, and they will attack even though there's a fire right there. Because they never saw the fire. They were like, I didn't see no fire. Oh, there's a deer up here. God, I suck so bad with the gun. It's finally a freaking deer up here, and I can't do anything about it. Dang nabbit, I totally missed. Totally missed. Okay, we'll think about Mr. Deer tomorrow. We'll think about the deer tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow he'll be gone. He'll fly away on his magic carpet and not let us shoot him. Can't see through the railings outside of Misanthrope. Got ate once that way. Oh, yeah. I might just drink a coffee, just so I stop taking damage. Are logs more efficient weight than or sticks? Cedar is, fir is not. The cedar is the most weight for fire time and warmth that you'll get out of anything. Cedar is the best. Cedar is the best in the game. Let's just put it that way. If you gotta carry anything, sticks or cedar, always pick sticks. Or always pick cedar. Sticks are way easier to get, but cedar, if you can carry it around with you in lieu of sticks, is a great thing. Because it's about half the weight of the same amount of sticks. It takes about 6 sticks to make up 1 cedar. And it weighs about half the weight of the 6 sticks, so. And the 6 sticks is about an hour's worth of time. The cedar's about an hour's worth of time, and it's the same exact. The 6 sticks and 1 piece of cedar give you the exact same warmth, about the same amount of time, but the cedar weighs half of the sticks. I guess that's the best way to say it. Sorry, I was being stupid there. Woo! Yes, I'm fixing the water right now. Cable Surf, are you going? Bye-bye. Have a good one, Cable. We'll see you later on. Have a good one, my friend. I know it's late there for you. Have a good one, bud.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Let's see, what else do I need to drop here? I think I have some hides, right? Tomorrow we'll go out and see if we can hunt that deer. Probably not, but... Okay, I can't seem to put these down anywhere. Okay, that's fine. Whatevs. Well, it likes it out there, but it doesn't like it in there. Okay, whatever. I need to sleep. I need to sleep. All right, Ephedrine, have a good one. How much coal? How much coal should I be carrying? If you can do anything, if you can carry the ultimate fuel, Sunny Skies is carrying about 10 coal and 3 pieces of cedar. That's my ultimate fire kit. 10 coal, 3 pieces of cedar, and you are golden. You have cedar to start the fire with, and you got coal that you can just throw on it. And then you can pick up sticks as you go too, but if you're gonna carry around anything, if you're like leaving a place and you're like, what should I carry? I can carry at least 10 coal if you got them, and probably 2 to 3 pieces of cedar. And then you'll be set. You'll be in fine shape at that point. Yeah, 1 coal and you're nice and toasty in a blizzard. That's the thing. That coal goes a long ways. And like I said, you can keep picking up sticks as you go, because you're going to want to pick up sticks as you go. Oh shoot, I scared him. God dang. That's kind of a cheap shot, but oh well. It was a cheap shot, but I don't care. We can build a fire under there. Woo! Let's go! They need to fix that. There we go. And always, early in the game, Sonny, always carry a book or 2 with you. If you're wanting to get a fire going better, books give you a 20% chance, a 20% bonus on your fire making. So, at the beginning of a game, if you have fire making 1, you have a base 60% chance of making a fire. And if you have a book, then it gives you an 80% chance of making that same fire, so... We'll take a couple honks of meat here. But yeah, just 1 or 2 books are really good to carry early in the game. Because they give you such a nice bonus. Once I get my first torches, I don't usually bother with books. Well, yeah, and you don't need to. I'm just saying that for a good, like an emergency fire, they're really nice to have. Like if you're really stressing about being able to build it, it sort of, it gives you that confidence you need to make that fire. It's just really nice in the beginning when you don't have torches, and I even use them. I even use them later on just because I'm just like, you know, I'm like, okay, well, at least I can. There we go. And at least I can have a little better luck, you know? They give you a little bit more burn time on the front of your fire as well, so... Which is always nice. "36 minutes with our hands. It's always fastest to harvest the hide with your hands. There's no faster way to harvest the hide. Even with harvesting 5, well, on interloper. Now, I think on stalker, pilgrim, and voyager, if you have the actual hunting knife, it is faster, but I don't have that luxury. I ain't got that luxury. All right, Mr. Deer's all harvested up. Put a couple sticks on there. There we go. I do hate that if you take off the meat off a fire before it's done, you have to cook it all up from 0% again. The only trick with that also, House, is that you can, if like you're say you have meat on a fire and that fire goes out and you have another fire right next to it that's already going. If you transfer the meat over without actually putting it in your inventory, generally it will retain its original cook time. So you can sort of skate it from one to the other if you do it pretty quickly. Just pick it up on your cursor, like this. Just pick it up on your cursor, take it from one fire to the other, and then just set it down. And it will generally retain its cooking time.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
So it's a little trick you can use. I can't guarantee it's going to work every time, but it works most of the time. Do you think you can last all 200 days without going to Bleak Inlet? Probably. Probably. We'll reach a point where we need to go to Bleak Inlet or Black Rock to repair stuff, but it's going to be a ways down the road. It's not as dire a necessity as I was thinking it was going to be. Let's just put it that way. Because I have 50 plus shells there, and I got 14 plus there. Oh, I didn't police my damn ammo. Gosh dang it. Dag nabbit, Atheenon. Police your shell casings, you dummy. You big dummy. Oh god, we actually have positive temperatures right now? What? Let's go get ourselves another cedar. The little bugger go. I hit him. I heard him fall. Oh, this is great weather to get cedar, baby.
It's getting dark out here.
Oh, yeah, we got a little cold, but man, oh man, that cedar is sweet. Oh, there's the deer right over there.
I'm not sure I can carry much.
That cedar is sweet. Oh, yeah. You're gonna carry everything I want you to carry, little lady. You're gonna carry it all. Any suggestions for keeping yourself into the game after crafting bows and arrows? Once I start getting clothing and bows and arrows, I find it hard to keep playing. At that point, you pretty much just have to make up goals for yourself. You just have to be like, okay, well, what am I gonna do now? I'm gonna make a goal that I'm going to go over to this area and try this, or I'm gonna make a run through Black Rock and try not to lose a bunch of arrows. Mapping is a good way to spend some time.
Why didn't that work?
Because you suck at making fires, my dear. You have one more chance, then I'm out of torches. Mapping is a good way to like extend your run. Finding the Polaroids, make a goal to find all the Polaroids for all the zones, and use them all.
Drank his own pee doesn't seem so crazy right now.
Oh, he does seem crazy. You don't need to drink your own pee.
Lucky day.
Lucky day. So I'd say do mapping, do the Polaroids, try to just set yourself some goals, go for the achievements if you want to. I mean, you could actually go out and look at, you know, the badge achievements and see what they require. You know, try to make a lot of fires, survive 500 days, spend a total of 100 days outside, 250 hours of research. I still haven't snared 100 rabbits because I just don't care. But yeah, there's lots of things you can do like that. Wow, that hacksaw is really getting worn down.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Wow, that meat was already cooking on the fire. But yeah, the achievements are something you can go for. It's sort of the conundrum of this game, Sonny, because honestly, the early stages of the game, in my opinion, are the funnest stages of the game. It's when most of the stuff is happening, like most of the action's going on. And then anything after, like, day 50 is just surviving. Anything after day 50 is like, oh, okay, now we just have to maintain, keep going, don't die, and we're going. Why did I quarter them instead of harvesting them? I felt a storm coming up. I was unsure whether this storm was going to let me go through all the harvest motions or not. It appears that it is, but I was kind of nervous there, to be honest. So I harvested them that way instead. A forced bleak inlet start? I've done it. It's not fun. It's mainly you basically loot, boot, and scoot out of that zone as fast as you can. See, that's what I was afraid of. Bye-bye fire, hello storm. Bye-bye fire, hello storm. I won't be very warm. I need to run into my little cave. If we get some neon lights, we'll throw a rave. All the wolfies and bears will come enjoy. I can't think of anything to rhyme with that, so. Can't think of anything to rhyme with it, so we're just gonna have to stop there. Well, we finally got 2 deer. We finally got 2 frickin' deer. Our broken toys. All right. Wow. Yeah, I see. That's the main reason I did that, Anora, is that we'd had pretty decent weather all day. Interloper weather is very unpredictably predictable. It's very unpredictably predictable. If you have good weather for too long, don't take a lot of chances. And we raise our torches high and beckon all the wolfies by. Yeah, if you have good weather for too long in Interloper, it should be kind of a almost a warning sign that something wicked this way comes. You know what I'm saying? A hypothetical question. If Hinterland would make a new addition to the game, one that expands survival area procedurally and endlessly instead of handmade zones, maybe as a new game mode, what would you think of that? I think I would like that. I think the zones we would get procedurally made would be really crappy. That's just my personal opinion on it. I think the zones would be I think they would be very bad. I mean, yes, it would give you a huge expansive area to explore, but I think that they wouldn't be very well. I think that the zones themselves would probably be rather crappy and probably full of bugs. But it's an interesting idea, but the Long Dark, unfortunately, is never really. It's never really been a game like that would have something like that. I could see them doing it, but I don't know how I'd feel about it. I don't think practically it would work out very well, and honestly, I think it would take some of the magic out of the game. I think it would take a little bit of the magic out of the game too. Just my opinion. I think part of the charm of this game is that map knowledge is a very big key to surviving in this game for a long period of time. The more map knowledge you have, the much easier you have actually surviving and thriving in the game. And I mean, it would be interesting. I'm sure somebody is going to do a mod that's going to allow you to do that, but I don't think it's going to I don't know how that would work exactly. Yeah, it would be very hard. I'd be skeptical, Alex, until I saw it actually put into practice. I just have a lot of fears about it. It would also ruin, I think, some of the mystique, not the mystique, but some of the some of the we were talking about it before, how we all have the shared experiences of certain animals killing us in certain places and at certain times. It would take away from that camaraderie because everybody's save files would be so completely different. Instead of being like, oh man, I was over at the Coastal Highway garage and there were just wolves everywhere, and people going, oh yeah, God, I know exactly what you're talking about. You'd be like, I was over at this random house in a random zone, there were wolves all over the place, and I barely made it out alive, and we'd be like, oh, okay, whatever. I have no contextually, we would have no reference point for it, I guess is what I'm saying. There'd be no shared reference point for the game for us at that point. And I think that's one of the charms of this game, is all of us have a shared, we all have a shared reference point and a shared sort of mind of what the game is like and what the game holds for us. We're gonna eat this and risk food poisoning.
My stomach.
Yep, we got it. We got it.
It hurts. Oh, God, it hurts.
That's fine, darling. Don't you worry. Don't you worry your pretty little head there, darling. We'll get you squared away here, alright? We do need a little bit of health back, so we're gonna drink a couple birch bark teas. We'll make sure we drink our medicine. And another birch bark tea. That'll get all of our health back tonight. Even with food poisoning, you can still regain health back with birch bark teas. If you drink birch bark teas when you're food poisoned, you can actually still get your health back. Man's destroyed both pairs of combat pants and the ear wrap I had. A bear destroyed them. Oh, God. There we go. And we're good. Got all of our health back. We got a bunch of bear meat here. We got a few hides and guts. We got a little storm lantern in that. Nice big jerry can there. Very nice. Destroy that torch. Alright, I'm gonna take the hides back with me first. We'll come back and get some guts and get some other stuff, get some guts and the other stuff and take it back with us in a minute. I'm gonna make a double run over here, boys and girls. Did not knock anything from my inventory. Destroyed 2 pairs of pants, both my toques, and my work boots. That right there. Was that a wolf? Was that a wolf? Because yeah, there are different kinds of wolves that hit different stuff. Oh, it was a bear. Oh, so you got a gear bear. There are certain bears that will wreck a lot of your stuff. Where was your just out of curiosity, where was your stamina? That right there. Where was that at when the bear attacked you? Did you have a lot of stamina to fight the bear off or not? Because we've been trying to figure out a theory that the more stamina you have when a bear attacks you, the less damage and stuff you take. The less stamina you have if you get hit by a bear, they basically maul you and hold you down for a longer period of time. And I know that works that way with wolves, because if you don't have much stamina, you can't struggle. You don't technically struggle with a bear, but we've been working on this theory that maybe when you get attacked by a bear, depending on if your stamina is higher or lower, you may or may not be able to fend him off as easily, and he may do more damage to you or your clothing at the time. But I don't know if that's true or not. Like I said, it's a working theory. But we know other things are tied to stamina. Oh, you clipped it. Oh, okay. Do you stream as well, Sonny? Gosh dang it. I'm such a horrible host. I didn't even give you a shout out or nothing. Jeez Louise. What a Nimrod I am. Dragon! Hey Fox, how you doing? As for the animals being more random, I do think that would be good for them to have the tables that change occasionally but follow the same trend. Their consistency makes them a lot less threatening. It does as you get more knowledgeable of the game. Yes, Fox. Oh, you clipped it up with the Xbox. I gotcha. It does make them a little less threatening as you get more used to where they are. But they're still kind of random. I mean, in a lot of ways, the animals are still pretty damn random in a lot of fashions. Cured. My deer hides are fresh, exciting. They're so exciting to me. Why can't I put that down there? Cured. Those are all still fresh. I was over encumbered, barely awake. Oh, yeah. Well, and the thing is that bears, much like the wolves, you don't really notice it as much. You noticed it a lot. But if your clothing if your clothing's in really poor shape, that's why usually you'll see me repair my clothing when it gets to be about 80% or so. Because if your clothing is in really low shape, they'll eat through that first layer of clothing, go right into the second layer of clothing, and then eat that away as well. And the second layers of clothing generally do not have as much strength as the outer layers. Like the moose-hide satchel is really strong. The moose-hide satchel can get gnawed on by a bear and only go down to like maybe 70%. But an ear wrap that gets gnawed on by a bear is going to go to like 2% or get completely wrecked off a similar bear attack. Even, I'm talking if they're at 100% or close to 100%. Because the ear wrap, the different clothing has different durability ratios or different durability factors that go into it. So, it's just, it's one of those things where you can, I mean, honestly, Sonny, you can never plan on it. Yes, they do wreck the crampons. Unless they are underneath the, unless they're underneath other clothing, then they don't wreck them. Oh, I've got a couple pieces of meat on me. Nice. Nice! Let's throw that can in there. Let's drop the jerry can here. Alright. Where are we at food-wise? Let's eat a little piece of meat here. Oh, that's a very little piece of meat. Know what? I had 0 stamina. I remember I was running from the bear and trying to make it to the cave at Ash Canyon. Oh! Bulletproof vest definitely bulletproof vest definitely need to try naked wrestling. Well, I have no guts that are cured yet. My guts are close. My guts are close, but I don't have any guts yet. I've got what? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 deer hides and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rabbit hides. I got all these guts here. I got all the guts in the other place. I'm curious to see if the moose is up. I don't know if the moose is going to spawn over in this area or not. So I'm very curious to go out here and see if the moose is up. Because the moose can spawn by the Carter Hydro Dam here. So that's something I want to check out real quick. We also need to keep checking every car for batteries. Ooh, another revolver book. Nice. Check these huts out real quick. Yeah, I left the guts there because all they do is give me danger, and I'm gonna go back there anyway, old fart, and grab the some of the meat and bring it here. So I figured I'd just leave them there to cure a little bit more. It's not that far to go to grab them once they've cured. So I figured I'd let them cure there, and I'd be okay coming here, so. Oh, the toques and the gloves? Oh, yeah. Toques and gloves, the bear specifically seems to target those a lot. Generally, those get ruined more than anything in a bear attack. You are very lucky to have ear wraps, a toque, or gloves left over after the bear's attack. The pants also tend to get wrecked a lot. For some reason, they don't maul your coat as much. I've had some coats got knocked down, but they tend to love to wreck. They love to wreck pants, gloves, and hats. Gloves and hats especially. For science, I'm going to upload the clip to YouTube so you guys can take a peek, if that's all right with you. Oh, yeah, that's totally fine. Totally fine. You upload whatever you want to YouTube. And if you want, Sunny Skies, once you get... do you have a YouTube channel then, I take it? Because I can permit you to link your YouTube channel in chat, so we can all go check it out. Nah, it doesn't look like we have the moose down here. Nope. No, Moosey boy. Oh, Moosey, I'm home. So yeah, it will only last for... Oh, well, if you go to YouTube, just go to the homepage for your channel, copy the link at the top, and then I'll give you permission and you can just paste it in. You can just paste it into chat, and that'll lead people directly to your channel. You're 64 years young, old fart. You're 64 years young, my friend. That's not even old. That's like young. But let me know when you're ready to paste it, then I'll give you permission so you can do it. I had to set my channel up to not let people link stuff in. Oh no! Hold on. I had to set it up so random people could not come in and drop porn links into chat. There we go. Now you can do it. Now you can do it. It's not even Twitch. It's a moderation setting I had to put on my channel. I was having Turkish porn links dropped into my chat all the time, which was not a fun thing. Which was not a good thing. Okay, I'm just gonna subscribe to your channel. That way I got it. Sonny gets got by a bear. There you go. There's the link right there, boys and girls. You can go check it out. Yeah, it stops bots from coming in and putting links in, especially like pornography links and stuff. I just didn't want that. Didn't want that at all. Yeah, I forgot to upload my music there. I need to upload more of my music. Oh, you do music too? Wow. Well, geez, I can barely carry a tune, so. That's impressive. That's very impressive. I figured we'd go over here to Alan's cave and see if there's a bedroll in the thing down here. In the little hunting blind. This hunting blind can sometimes have a bedroll. We didn't find it in Winding River, so it's either here or it's at the camp office. Yeah, it doesn't. It only gives you permission for 60 seconds. Oops. And I can't do ats for some reason. I have to type your whole freaking name out, so this is the last time. There we go. Now you can do it. Yeah, it only gives you permission for 60 seconds, and then it blocks it off. Yeah, if you're subbed, you can link as much as you want. If you're subbed, you can link as much as you want. If you're not a sub, then it... Oh, we got the bedroll. Nice. If you're not subbed, I can give you permission, but for some reason today, it's not letting me do ats. Usually you can go at so-and-so, and it will pull up their name. But today it's not letting me do that for some reason. I don't know why. It's so freaking weird. I don't know if Twitch is having problems or whatever. Oh, don't worry about it all, Sonny. I am totally happy just having you here. I will go through the work. A lot of other streamers are having the problem with the app thing today. Yeah, it makes it very hard to quickly, like, permit people, shout people out if you have to type their whole name. And I'm horrible at reading screen names anyway. And then trying to type it out at the same time, I'm like, holy crap, how am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to do this all at the same time? All right. I just wanted to get my backup bedroll there, because now we have 2 bedrolls, boys and girls. We have a 70 and an 89%. So there we go. That's okay, Athena. I can't even log into Google Chrome on Twitch. I can't log into most stuff. I see a deer up here we can try to kill. Oh, we ran the wrong direction, you little bugger. Supposed to run back over towards the Carter Hydro Dam, you little jerk. I'm getting an error when trying to sub. Anyone know why that is? Are you on mobile? Because the Twitch mobile app sucks. The Twitch mobile app sucks hard. They've updated it several times recently, but the Twitch mobile app's still horrible. I don't know why the Twitch mobile app has so many problems, but Twitch mobile is kind of a... I prefer watching it on a browser because it's so much more fluid and like it doesn't give me as many problems. Plus I don't like chatting on mobile either. I don't like chatting on the mobile.
Did I say I hate being cold? Because I really do.
I missed him though. Trying to shoot him from the hip. Been following for years on YouTube. On YouTube for years now, but your streams usually line up with work. Oh yeah. Well, that's a problem with it. Now see, I don't know if I can do this. God, I still didn't hit the little bugger. Got him that time. There we go. God, it's so hard to shoot with this thing. Just run off and die there, buddy. Hip fire is pretty hard. What? I shot you already. I shot you already. I hit you with a gun. Yep, I got my brass. I'm policing my brass pretty good today. At least I'm trying to. Well, off Blur, I found a 70 and 80% revolver. I found an 80% revolver and a 70% revolver. Twitch is acting really weird today. I gifted 5 subs in Alvara's channel earlier, and for a while it was like, we cannot process. And I was like, why not? Why not? Why can't you? See, I got a 72 and a 21. Your guns wear down? Oh, they wear down every time you shoot them. Every time you shoot a gun, it wears down. I think it wears down like a percentage or 2%. I think it may be a percentage. But yeah, every time you shoot a gun, it loses condition. That's why eventually we're gonna have to go to Black Rock or Bleak Inlet, because our guns will all be worn down and we won't have any choice. We won't have a choice, my friends. Leave a little bit of that, so we'll cook that later. Get a cooking skill up for it. They do jam at low condition, yeah. They do, and it's at the worst time, too. It's the worst time. Millie machine soon? No, we won't be going to the Millie machine for a while. Our goal right now off Blur is we're gonna go into Mystery Lake, do a full tour around Mystery Lake. We're gonna then go into Forlorn Muskeg and forge 2 hatchets and 2 knives. Go to Broken Railroad, come back, go into Milton, Hush River Valley, then back into Mystery Lake, and then we will be heading off through Pleasant Valley into Black Rock, most likely. Yeah, they do jam, and then you have to clear it. You have to clear the jam once it does jam. Repair kits do not spawn, no. Not in a custom interloper file, Legacy. If all you do is if you don't change any of the baseline loot levels, the repair kits are tied to those. They're not tied to the guns and the revolvers and the rifles being turned on or off. The only thing you get if you turn on a revolver or a rifle is you get the gun and you get the ammunition, and that's it. And so if you're on a run that normally doesn't have repair kits, then you don't get them. Yes, I got all my empty shell casings. Yep, picked all those up. I got 5, I got 6 shells, and I got that there. So yes, I did I policed my brass. I policed the brass, my friends. Alright, so we got 3 nice little books there. I'm gonna repair both my... Oh, is it still dark? What? Oh, jeez, it's like minutes away. Okay, now it's not dark anymore. Good lord. Good lord. Land of Goshen. Oh, really? Seriously? Is there a renewable source of gunpowder? No, there's not. There's tons of gunpowder in the game, though. And bullets take so little gunpowder, or the bullets take so little gunpowder, you basically can make, out of 1 can of gunpowder, I think the bullets take, what, like 0.1 or 0.01 or 0.05 or something like that. They don't take very much gunpowder. I wish you could put it up there. Wish you could put it up there, but you have to just put it down here. But yeah, the bullets don't take very much, so actually I can leave my policed brass in here. Boop-a-doo. Leave one of the flares here. Want my books. I want my books, man. I want my books. Leave that there too. Oh, Sunny subbed. Oh, Sunny subbed. Yes, Sunny subbed up with Twitch Prime. And thank you, Sunny, for the Twitch Prime sub, by the way. Thank you very much. I should have said that earlier, but thank you very much. I know you were struggling there to do it. And I appreciate you struggling through it. Did that wolf just die over here? Oh, he did just die. You did a normal sub. You did a 6-month? What? What? Well, if you refresh your browser page, it may allow you to share it. I don't know what's going on with Twitch today. Twitch is acting very weird. I can't @ anybody in chat. I think that it's like missed some subs and stuff. Like Stream Elements is like glitching with it now too. I'm not sure what's going on. I am not 100% sure. I can't even talk. I'm not 100% sure what is going on today. Twitch is acting very twitchy. I don't know if they're having problems with their servers, having problems on the front end, the back end, around the side end. What's going on with them? Being very weird. We have a few books to read, boys and girls, so we're gonna spend the day in a cave reading some books. AWS has been weird on some other sites today too. Oh, really? That sucks. Well, there just may be a general thing going on. What's going on with Twitch today? Isn't that just a daily thing? Yeah, you know. I'd like to say you're joking, but we know you aren't. I'd like to say, oh, you're kidding. No, you aren't really joking.
Cold.
You aren't really joking. It is kind of a daily occurrence. All right. Let's drink some water. What triggers the wolf dance? Oh, well, there's a if this will actually work, there's that. And 6 months, when you sub for 6 months, then on you get the little wolfie dance. Woo! Oh, they've been firing up lots of ads lately, Labyrinth. Hashtag too many ads. But yes, at the 6 month mark, it starts to play that with your resub, when it's actually been 6 months, I guess I should say. Didn't believe they didn't let us gift subs at 25% off until today, but you could sub at 25% off. Somehow, can't believe Amazon isn't making enough money. Yeah, they're kind of goofy, ain't they? Ain't they? Those little rapscallions. Wow, that was not enough to give me a level in gunsmithing, huh? Well, it got me up there a ways. Revolver firearm, rifle firearm. I have a revolver firearm book to read as well. Ha-ha! I'm reading all the books. I'm reading all the rifle books, baby. all the rifle books will be all the gun books will be mine. Ooh, revolver firearm level 3. What does that do for you? I never get these, so it's kind of fun to see what they do. Struggle effectiveness increased by 10%. Recoil compensation increased by 35. 3 condition per repair action. Okay, well we can't repair them, so that's kind of useless. We did, yeah. Jeff has to, yeah. Bezos has to pay for his lightest rocket. That's what it is. That's what it is. Oh, by the way, in a cave at night, as long as there's not a storm going on outside, you can repair clothing. You can read books. You can pretty much do any of that indoor activity stuff in a cave, even if it's nighttime. Which is kind of cool. I went to cancel my Prime and they were okay. I asked if I could get a prorated refund and they said nope. Oh, do you like subscribe to Prime for a full year at a time? I know most people do. For whatever reason, I never have. You can repair them in Aurora in that something, but I think you need the smithing I think you need the smithing for it, not the gun level. Oh, are you talking about the gunsmithing? Yeah, gunsmithing. I'm so unfamiliar. I'm gonna take your word for it. As far as it says, you craft poor quality ammo. It's likely to misfire. When harvesting ammo, you get an average chance to recover bullets, gunpowder, and shell casings. So right now at level 1, we have crafted ammunition is at 20%, 50% of ammo component harvesting. So I don't know. I am totally. Yeah, and it took out like $150 just before I could pay rent. Luckily, my brother let me enough to cover rent. Oh gosh, dang, that sucks. Yeah, see, these are almost all done. So we'll take these inside. We killed the wolf nearby. We'll leave a 6-pack here.
I'm not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
I'll take four pieces of meat and a 6-pack. I'll leave 4 pieces of meat and a 6-pack there. Sounds like a great party, man. 4 pieces of meat and a 6-pack. Yeah, we're a little bit overweight, but that's okay. That's okay, we ain't got far to go. Actually, could we leave some wood there? Let's leave a little bit of wood here, too. Can you do Prime month to month? Yes, you can. I've been doing Prime month to month for a while. Well, basically since I started. Because I didn't know if I'd want it or not. That meat doesn't attract wolves. Not the stuff laying here. The stuff I'm carrying, yeah, that will attract wolves. But not the stuff I'm leaving here. There we go. Now we can go. Whee! We're running. But yes, you can. I believe you can subscribe to Prime month to month. I think I am. I know that it comes out of my account every month, so when the cave is rocking, don't come a knocking. Hi, Atheenon. Funny how I always arrive when there's 10 minutes left of the long dark. Oh, P-List, why are you getting only 10 minutes out? Oh my goodness. Well, the first part of this series is up on YouTube right now. It's actually doing really well on YouTube. Last time I checked, it was approaching 500 views already, which for my size of channel is pretty damn good. Oh, wow, it's approaching 600 views now. Alrighty, then. So, yeah, that video is doing pretty well. People seem to like that. People like... I should just... for YouTube, I should just, like, do starts every day and just put up new starts of interloper runs and gunloper runs every day. That's all I should do. I should never continue a run past 10 days. I don't really watch a lot on Prime Video. I'm more of a Netflix, YouTube kind of guy. I mean, I have Prime, so I have Prime Video, but I don't ever really watch a lot on it. I liked the Terminal List, that was good. I liked Reacher as well, that was pretty cool. I liked Carnival Row. I wish they'd come out with another season of Carnival Row. I really liked Carnival Row. I really liked Carnival Row. Oh, you're banned from chat now, Monado Blade. You're banned from chat now. I'm sorry. You're gonna be banned now. No, I will never let Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings ever be sullied by the crap that Prime is putting out. Sorry. I'm sorry, I watched the first episode of that, I just about wanted to hang myself afterwards. I wanted to self-delete. It was so bad. Good God, that gal they have playing Galadriel is completely wholly unlikable. I look at her and I go, this is what Kate Blanchett perfected, and this is what you give us now. This is what you give us now. And all I've seen in clips after that is that she just gets worse as the series goes on. Oh, Tolkien is totally rolling over in his grave. Half the stuff that, well, all the made-up characters that they put into that show, almost none of it, well, most of the characters do not exist in Tolkien, period. Most of them don't exist, which is fine. Make up some characters. But if you're gonna make up a fantasy show, just make a freaking fantasy show. Jeff Bezos wanted he wanted his Game of Thrones, and guess what? Game of Thrones, the new Game of Thrones, despite season 8 being absolute shite, the new Game of Thrones is pummeling Rings of Power. I don't even call it Lord of the Rings. It's Rings of Power. It does not even exist in the same universe as Lord of the Rings. It doesn't even deserve it. Doesn't deserve it. But that's just me. So that's why you're banned from chat. Nah, you like whatever, Monado Blade, you like whatever you like. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I will never ever watch it. I just know that about myself. Thing I can't believe is that they didn't re-release like all the like make a 20th anniversary edition, a 20th anniversary edition of the Lord of the Rings. Why did they not do that? I mean, it's 20th anniversary. Why did they not put out like I was hoping they'd put out like a cool box set. Give us like I have all the DVDs of Lord of the Rings around here somewhere that has like all the extras in it. I was hoping they'd put out like another box set that would have like even more extras. Cause I love the extras. You man me, but I never liked Lord of the Rings books or movies. I did like Game of Thrones books though. Never saw the VODs. Don't waste your time on the Lord of the don't waste your time on the Game of Thrones show, my friend. Just enjoy the books. Although George R.R. Martin will never finish that series before he dies, but that's about it. I grew up on Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is a really tough series to read through. It's a great story, but the actual series itself is very hard to get through. It took me about... I started trying to read... I read The Hobbit a lot when I was a kid because I loved it. I started reading Lord of the Rings at least, I'd say 6 times before I actually was able to finish it. I'd get to the about midway point of the Two Towers, and it was so hard to get through. So hard to get through. Poldark, I've heard of it. I just don't have time to watch another show at the moment. Not with everything else. I am gonna check out Cyberpunk, but yeah, I've heard of Poldark. I've seen it pop up every once in a while on like recommendeds and stuff. I'm gonna watch Cyberpunk before I watch that though. I've heard Cyberpunk's pretty fun, so I'm gonna check that one out. Check out some Cyberpunkish. I do love my Cyberpunk. Picking up The Expanse for renewal after its cancellation is the best Amazon has done for streaming. Oh yeah, totally. I mean, it was stupid what they did to the guy playing Alex, but understandable in the environment they were in. But that kind of ruined the last season. The Expanse season 1, 2, and 3 were mwah, chef's kiss. Season 4, not so much. Season 5 was a little bit better, but season 6 fell off a lot. But considering my handle, I gotta say something. Give Rings of Power another chance. I was pleasantly surprised. I'll watch it, but if I watch it, expect me to be brutally honest about it on channel. I can be like, I don't think I'd like it at this point, but if I watch it and I don't like it, there's going to be a lot of you pissed off at me of some of the stuff I'm going to come up with, because I have a sneaking suspicion of what I'm going to see in that show. I have a sneaking suspicion of what I'm going to see in that show, and I'm probably not going to be that thrilled about it. So just be forewarned if I do actually go and give it a chance. Which, see, and that's the funny thing, is I watch the trailers. Nothing in the trailers inspires me to watch that show. And I don't believe in giving shows a chance. It's not my job to give them a chance. It's their job to inspire me to watch their show. And nothing they did in any of the trailers and in all those crappy interviews they did, nothing in any of that inspired me to watch their show. It's not my job to give them a chance though. It's their job to make me want to watch it, and they didn't do that. They honestly didn't do that. And that's where I'm at. I've become apathetic with a lot of stuff like that, where it just doesn't inspire me to watch it. Based on what you're saying though, Grand Moff, and what you're saying, Monado Blade, I'm gonna give it a try. Since I've got a couple viewers saying they like it, I'm gonna give it a shot, okay? Is that a deal? I'll give it a shot. I'll see what I think about it. I'll try. Do you think 3 episodes is good enough? I've already watched the first one. If I watch 2 more, will that be enough to get me kind of, sort of a feel for it? Oh, the Hobbit movies were horrible. The Hobbit, I watched the first Hobbit movie, Grand Moff, and I never watched any of the others. I never watched any of the others. Well, that's the other problem, old fart. Prequels do not work very well, because we know where it's going. We know where it has to go. But I will give it 2 more episodes before I bail. It's the other supporting main characters. Which ones? The hobbits that are basically leaving people behind at every moment, that look like a bunch of homeless people that don't exist in the Second Age, period. And I don't care what terminology they use. Harfoots are a breed of hobbit. They are hobbits by definition. They are not a precursor to hobbits. That's bullcrap that they made up because they don't have rights to hobbits. So hobbits are not supposed to be in the Second Age, period. Period. They made that shit up. So that's the one thing. The hobbits I will never accept in that show, ever. They aren't supposed to be there. Period. And I saw they have a discount Gandalf in there too. Who doesn't say anything, I guess, from what I've heard. No, I just don't have patience for stuff that just decides to go and make up its own stuff. If you're gonna do that, make up your own franchise. Make up your own story. It's not, there's nothing I'd say about that. If they made up their own story, I would be like, okay, cool. You have these small people in there. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. You have small people in your show. But when you put Harfoots in the Second Age, no. No. The elves don't look right either. I've seen pictures of the elves. What the hell is up with that? It looks like they all got a barber. They all went to the barber shop for some reason. I don't know what's up with that. Elves, I've always seen the elves as like the ones that we see in Lord of the Rings, where they have the long flowing hair. They all look ageless and timeless. The elves look like people who've got pointy ears. Forget Galadriel, focus on the other main storylines. I will try. I promise I'll give it a shot. I'll give it 2 more episodes. I don't think I'm gonna like it based on what I saw in the first episode, because honestly, it was kind of boring. It was kind of boring. I was kind of like, oh god, has an hour passed yet? Please God, let it pass. The stores and the fallow hides. Well, wasn't, what one was, Smeagol? What one did Smeagol descend from? What breed of hobbit was Smeagol from? Can't remember if Lord of the Rings elves had the elven master trait where elves only had so much memory they could store, so they'd be masters at specific crafts. Pilots are always kind of boring. Yeah, they always kind of, well, no. I disagree. The first episode of Game of Thrones had me like that. I was in on Game of Thrones. The pilot, that's it. To me, Grand Moff, that doesn't have to be necessarily true. I've watched shows that have gotten me into them in the first episode. And honestly, well-written shows will do that every time. So I will respectfully disagree that pilots are always boring. I think pilots these days are always boring. Yes. But I will disagree, because I have watched many shows like The Expanse where the pilot has been really good. BSG, the pilot was freaking amazing in BSG. It set everything up. You had all the pieces on the board. By the end of that first like 2-part pilot that they did for Battlestar Galactica, every piece was on the board. You knew where the show was going. You knew all the players. You knew their motivations. The first episode of Breaking Bad, I never liked Breaking Bad.